What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video I will show you the latest news directly related to our story. I will show you a potential bombshell that marker Basile will drop very soon. I will show you the crucial news that is on the table right now, and I will show you the comments and the opinion of very well-known MMTLP community members on this news, and I will show you my 2 cents on this news as well. So, and before we dive deep into all of that, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family. This is the only way how we can spread this information to as many people as we can, and this is the only way how we can attract more attention to our problem and eventually how we can win this battle. So let's start with the Mark R. Basile news. Just several hours ago he wrote this tweet. MMTLP, GTII, DPLS, GNS, AMC, COSM, ENZS, and others. I'm considering co-hosting a space next week to discuss social media's impact on stock performance, and I'm willing to drop a bomb that most don't realize. Should I do it? And definitely I voted yes, and we have 95% who voted yes, 5% who voted no, out of 1,638 votes, and there's 2 days left, and I think it will be very interesting information that Mark R. Basile will disclose there. Let me show you some details. JM asked, if it's good news, then go ahead and host. Does it directly affect MMTLP? And Mark R. Basile answered, it affects almost every stock. It won't be focused on MMTLP, but it certainly is applicable. Gary Casey wrote, is there any risk by dropping this bomb? And Mark answered, maybe for those who abuse social media for market manipulation. So quite good hint. Next one. Chris Nexbridge wrote, why is no even a choice? Would love any info or direction you are willing to give. Appreciate it, Mark, thank you. And Mark answered, because I want to see how many paid pumpers, bashers, and potential other employees of hedge fund shorters are watching. Hint, we already know, but I want them to know. They are incredibly foolish. So I think the information that Mark R. Basile is willing to disclose is very important for the community, and not only for MMTLP community, but for other companies and for other retail investors who put their money into different assets who were targeted by naked shorters. And let me show you further information. Hollywood Henry made this tweet 16 hours ago, and he posted, second wave unleashed. Our MMTLP physical packets foot the USPS bins, demanding accountability and justice. We will not just go away. You will give us what is owed. We demand fair markets now. And here is the picture of this huge basket full of letters. And if you don't know what is these letters, what are these letters about, you can read following tweets, and I covered it in my previous video. Everything is related to the MMTLP story and the illegal activity of authorities and some hedge funds. On top of that, let me show you this news that was published on MMTLP sources just recently, and it's titled Syntax requests IC3.gov compliant submissions. And let me quote this. Community member Syntax in a fairly cryptic tweet suggests some upcoming positive action with MMTLP later, but has requested that the community file some new IC3.gov compliance. While the IC3.gov compliant form has been around for a while in our advocacy compliance section, Syntax seems to be taking this in an interesting direction. She's asked us to file this same compliance for both James Angel and Georgetown University for their roles in disinformation and dishonestly regarding the Angel presentation to Congress. We now have the slide deck for. The IC3 website is tied in with the FBI, something Syntax has championed in the past as far as reporting to and meeting with. To start your compliant, click here. And you can find all the links in this news. And here's her original tweet. Let me show you this in details. She wrote just several hours ago, "I truly believe our efforts with MMTLP have helped this come to fruition. I will be able to speak more freely about this later. Until then, the timing is very important. If you could please fill out an IC3.gov report on both James Angel and Georgetown for what appears to be purposefully misleading and lying to Congress for financial gain. Angel's royalties from his PFOF and dark pool patents, which are critical mechanism for hedge funds manipulations on the market. His relationship with Ari Rubinstein and FINRA are also questionable, given his guise of representing retail. If you need more information on details of those misleads, I suggest looking at Kevin B's document that rebuttals the reckless slideshow presentation briefed to Congress in regards to MMTLP. And she's talking about this original, let me show you this original presentation that was made by James Angel, and that should be the document, the main document that must represent the MMTLP community in front of the Congress. And right here, the article that was written on May 22nd by Kevin Berthold completely destroys this presentation. And here you can find step-by-step facts that were misrepresented or even lied to the community in this presentation. Definitely it is a very, very good and thorough work, and please follow Syntax Queen of the Metaverse guidance in order to fill this form, because she's also very knowledgeable and very well-known person in MMTLP community, and she knows exactly what she wants to do. So let me show you that Richard Hoffman, the person who filed a lawsuit against the FINRA, and which lawsuit was dismissed recently, but he is in arbitration process with FINRA, and he made a video. His recent video is titled MMTLP Arbitration, Planet of Apes and James Angel. And I have to say that he said his own opinion regarding James Angel, and I don't want to spoil you this information. I think you have to watch this entire video by yourself, and I also highly recommend you to subscribe to his channel, Not Legal Advice, KNOT, because here he made very good and thorough videos regarding the litigations and his own fight against authorities and Fidelity. So, on top of that, he also showed the deadline that will take place on June the 8th. It is the deadline to make an appeal to FINRA dismissal on blanket immunity grounds. And Richard hasn't decided yet whether he will file this appeal or not, because he has some thoughts whether it will be useful for the community or not. But in general, he's quite optimistic on his case, and definitely I highly recommend you to subscribe to his channel as well as to follow his Twitter account. And let me show you some interesting tweet that was retweeted by Anna, the person who asked Gary Gensler with tricky questions regarding MMTLP, and she retweeted this tweet made originally by Glass Guy, and he wrote, "The goal is to force a share count. Maybe NextBridge Hydrocarbons goes through the courts to force it using the dividend as the excuse. I'm more of creative thinker, but maybe our brilliant minds can't stop fighting long enough to entertain this idea." And here is the screenshot of the idea itself. Let me quote it for you. NextBridge Hydrocarbon dividends. If NextBridge Hydrocarbon offered a small percent of a dividend, example 1 shares for every 10, only the dividend shares would be forced into AST. Your shares stay where they are. The broker-dealers would have to open up an AST account and put those dividend shares in the book entry in your name. Now we have a share count, or as close to one as we need. So, on the one hand, it is quite a good idea, but on the other hand, we have to know how many shares, and we have to realize that there is a lot of minor shareholders who just bought and forgot about these shares. These shares will not be transferred to AST. Next one, there is plenty of people who hold their shares on some kind of retirement accounts like Roth IRA or 401ks, and it might be also quite difficult to withdraw these dividends from these accounts without the taxation event. On top of that, the transfer to AST by itself is quite costly, and if a broker-dealer who holds your shares is involved in an illegal process, definitely the transfer will cost you a lot. And this might also prevent people to make this happen, and this might also lead to misleading information in general. And in my opinion, I think the only way how we can solve the problem of share count is just to wait for the resolution from the lawsuits and wait for the official decision of authorities. I don't think that someone will stop in their fight. I don't think that John Burda with Wes Christian with Flamethrower or Mark Basile will surrender in this fight. That is why I think we have to unite, and that is why please share this video to as many people as you can. Share this video on stocktweets.com website and on Reddit thread related to MMTLP. Drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want, and hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. So that's all for now. See you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.